Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our lecturer, Madam Binti Mohsin, and all the audience. Thank you for attending our forum today. So, today we are going to have a great time with our panel discussing about interesting topic, which are what are the impact of exposing gadget to children. Before that, I will start with a simple introduction. My name is Suraya as your moderator for forum today. This five aspect panel in psychology today to discuss about this forum, which are firstly Prof. Dr. Mohamad Hamdi bin Halim. He from Social Psychologist of University Kebangsaan Malaysia. The second panel is Prof. Dr. Muhammad Syafiq bin Abdul Jalil from Senior Lecturer Psychology of University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Third panel is Prof. Dr. Syed Muhammad Adam Ilmann from Department of Education, Psychology and Counselling, University Malaya. Fourth panel is Prof. Dr. Joseph Garry Anak Jemi from Senior Lecturer Department of Educational Psychology, University Malaya. And last panel is Prof. Dr. Amzar Fahmi bin Badarudin from Counselor of University Technology Mara. The electronic gadgets are becoming less expensive and easily available. Parents are becoming increasingly busy and unable to spend time with their children, hence giving the children this gadget to keep them occupied. So, they can give impact to children whether to advantage or disadvantage. So, I want to ask Prof. Syafiq, what the impact of the gadget to children?
Thank you, moderator. Talking about the exposure of the gadget to the children, first and foremost that we need to do is to look positive side first. Gadgets such as smartphone or notebook can be used by the children as the platform to enhance communication skill. Communication is the way we transferring or sharing the idea to someone else. Based on the article, How Technology Influences Communication, say that technology come in handy in facilitating smooth communication amongst individuals or businesses. It provides alternative that leads effective communication. Through smartphone, we can pass the message through calls, messages, or email respectively. It means that gadget can be used by the children to communicate with their parent or someone else who live far away from their home. We know that during this pandemic COVID-19, some of the parents are separated with their children due to lockdown. Gadget give the chance, give the opportunity to the children so that children can use it to communicate with their parent.
Thank you so much, Prof. Dr. Syafiq, for your opinion about impact of exposing gadget to children. Let us move to second panel, which is Prof. Dr. Amzar Fahmi. Did you agree with Prof. Dr. Syafiq just now?
Thank you, moderator, for giving me space to share my opinion about this topic, which is impact of exposing the gadget to the children. Firstly, I want to say sorry to Professor Dr. Syafiq because I don't agree with your opinion about this topic. Did you know that exposing the gadget to the children for communication skill can leading to the sleep deprivation problem? But I don't deny that gadget is the best platform for the communication skill. But do not forget the negative effect of using the gadget that can cause the sleep deprivation among the children. It is because the children will using the gadget for chatting their friend for without limit their time. According to the article, sleep deprivation in adolescent correlation with health complaints and health related to health of quality of life. Gadget influence can give a negative effect to sleep duration that related to health of quality of life. It also showed that 18.9% of students has sleep deprivation problem with no gender difference. Furthermore, sleep deprivation can easily cause damage to body part of the children such as memory issue. That's all. Thank you.
Prof. Hamdi, what are your views about a prospect of exposure gadget to children that give advantage or vice versa? Prof. Hamdi, can you give reviews this perspective?
Alright, thank you moderator to give me opportunity to share my review and perspective. For my review about the parent gives exposure gadget to the children can give disadvantages to the children because mobile phone can give effect to the health. So I obtained this information from journal article which are child development journal that stated use wireless from children can risk on brain tumor. According to the Haldane and Carber's, a significant increased risk of glioma and acoustic neuroma was found for the tumor in the most exposed area of the brain to the RF radiation from both mobile and cordless phones. Besides, according to Garry, the children have a smaller head and thinner skull bone than adults, so their brain tissue also has higher conductivity, and this circumstance to give the higher absorption to the RF radiation compared than in adults. Furthermore, there are few studies on brain tumor risk for the children from use of wireless phone. The mobile kids is the one study that is ongoing. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Dr. Hamdi. Prof. Dr. Syed Mohamad Ilmann, do you have argument to counter the panel?
Yes, I do. By the way, thank you to our moderator. I'm just wanting to add and quite do not agree with Professor Dr. Amzar. Point which said that exposed gadget to children can cause sleep deprivation. I agree. The gadget can cause sleep deprivation to the children, and it can lead to a lot of problems in terms of health due to sleep deprivation. But since around 2015, all operating systems such as Android, iOS, and Windows already implemented parental control to control the users of gadget. This feature getting better and better by the time, and it is not only for children, and it also works for adults where the user cannot use the devices when it reaches the limit of usage. Sleep deprivation not only caused by gadget. This problem can be solved or overcome, just same like the problem in point of obesity. Parents should control the activities of children on gadget. Parents should pay more attention and use the feature that provided by the operating system to control the uses of gadget.
Thank you, Prof. Dr. Syed Mohamad Ilmann. What a good counter with a good point. So, Doctor, do you have any point benefits of exposing children to the gadget?
Yes, I got a few points of benefit that children can get from gadget. First is it can improve or develop cognitive learning and analytical skill on children. This helps the children to increase their innovative thought, strategic thinking, and more to be creative and productive. This is because a lot of games nowadays are forced the player to think how to get the mission done. This can improve the coordination in person. When people play a video game, they are not only staring at the computer all the time. The activities and action on the screen provide a lot of mental stimulation. For one-to-one play, the children will need to coordinate their visual, audio, and physical movement. Next is improve problem-solving skill at the young age. Games. All the games have the rules. Player must think before making any move to ensure that they stay within the required rules of the game. Lastly, in this point, it can enhance memory. While playing games, people are required to read and listen to the instruction, which only be provided at the beginning of the game. Thus, them need to remember throughout the entire game, and this also can help children to remembering the certain word, and we help to improve the language knowledge.
Thank you, Dr. Syed Muhammad Adam Ilmann. So, our next panelist, Prof. Dr. Joseph Garry Anak Jemi. Any word you would like to point out?
Thank you, moderator, for giving me some space to give my opinion. But before that, I a bit disagree with Mr. Adam's statement, which is he has mentioned that uses of gadget are cognitive learning and analytical skill and develop talented among the children. Did Mr. Adam know that uses of gadgets such as mobile phone over limit can reduce the interaction between their children and their parent? Also that it might make the children become to be more addicted using the gadget. Like what Mr. Amzar has mentioned that over time or over limit spend time of using gadget will lead to the sleep deprivation and obesity. According to the article Causes, Losses and Prevention of Technology Addiction written by Lauren Cole, has mentioned that gadget or technology addiction is a kind of impulse that have been controlled disorder where the person is exposed to the harmful effect of technology as a result of excessive use of computer, internet, video game and mobile device. And here, the first thing that I want to point out is the uses of gadget will lead to the children become addicted using the gadget. Children brain was be controlled by the gadget, which mean make the children always want to play the gadget or technology without rest. And it is very harmful to their life. According to the same article that is written by Lauren Cole, also has mentioned that the uses of technology addiction give the effect to the children emotions such as depression, anxiety, long-term concept, fear, loneliness, and others. When this thing happen, it will make the children grow with the emotional problem. And the second thing that I want to point out is the gadget will reduce the interaction between parent and the children. As we know that communication between parent and the children is the one of the factor for healthy family. According to the article, the effect of gadget on speech development of toddlers, they have written by Andri Nurgaha ETALs say that impact on development of language, reduced vocabulary, and unclear talking when the parent call the child names. They do not look and point or pull clothes if they want something, and the interaction or stimulation of speech in the children by parent is reduced. From this article, we can analyze that the reaction of children when they spend too much time with the gadget make them lack interaction and communication with their children. Did you know? This thing will make the children grow with lack of communication skill. When the children does not have the communication skill, it will be the one of the big factor. Children not success in their studies, job application, and other. This is because they are unable to communicate with people around them to get the information related to their work because lack of what? Communication skill.
I'm agree with Dr. Joseph said that gadget can reduce interaction between parents and children, but I just want to say that not all gadget has some negative effect. Gadget also can be useful in education. In education, children can use smartphone or computer to browse any information from the internet. Some applications like Google Classroom or Quizlet can be used by the children to enhance their knowledge and performance in education. YouTube also can be used by the children because of what? Because YouTube also provide education channel to the children so that they can get additional information from that. According to article, impact of modern technology in education say that the use of the modern equipment technology, the learning and the interactivity of the student increases. They find it much interesting as full of interesting when added by the technology. The transfer of knowledge become very easy and convenient as well as effective.
Thank you, Prof. Dr. Syafiq and Prof. Dr. Joseph Garry for your opinion. I am also agreeing with the Prof. Dr. Mohamad Syafiq point that gadget also can be useful in education.
Last but not least, at young stage, every kids have imagination like we did when we kids. Some parents always give some paper sheet and carry on to their children so that children can use it to draw from what they have from inside their minds. Through this way, children can develop creativity thinking inside them. Nowadays, technology change the way we live and make it more easy. Children can use 3D animation software from computer or smartphone to enhance creativity thinking in short time. What they need to do is just to install it from Google Play Store or purchase from the website.
Good point, Prof. Dr. Mohamad Syafiq. We can see there are more benefits of exposure children to the gadget. Everything has a pro and cons. Dr. Syed Muhammad Adam Ilmann, do you want to add some more benefit of exposing them to gadget?
Okay, yes. Just one more benefit that I could say. By exposing the children to gadget also can build their career. I don't know why some parents very strict by not letting them to explore to the gadget because worry about mental health. These things can develop their career when the children grow up. The world have moved to Industrial 4.0. With this situation, information technology important to compete in the future. Everything in industry has replaced with the computer. By expose them to the gadget, it can encourage the children to know and dig about technology to survive in the future. For example, we can see successful person in technology like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and more. They was exposed to the gadget since child and become successful in their future with the information technology.
See, exposing them also will give the advantage to their future. There are a lot of things kids can do with the information technology. Dr. Amzar Fahmi, any last word for our forum today?
For me, I want to come out one more disadvantage of this exposing gadget to the children, which is can cause obesity among the children. According to the survey from grade 5 student in Alberta University showed that a little as 1 hour of additional sleep decreased the odds of being overweight or obese by 28% to 30% respectively. Do you know that the children with one or more electronic devices in the bedroom, such as TV, video game, cell phones, or whatever, will also far more likely be overweight or obese? Okay, some researchers found that the student with access to one gadget only or electronic devices were 1.47 times as likely to be overweight compared to kids with no devices in the bedroom. Then increase 2.57 times for the kids with 3 devices, with similar result reported among the obese children. Even gadget give some advantages, but we don't forget the disadvantage that can affect to the among the children. That's all for my additional. Thank you.
Okay, next, we go to Prof. Hamdi. There's something fact or comment before end up our forum discussion today?
As a cover of forum discussion today, I want to express the view that I don't agree with your view, Prof. Syafiq, because gadget can expose to the children's social emotional developments. This happened because the gadget uses on children can is self-isolated from social life and lack of emotional management. According to Obiedo, Jusudas, and Chitel, in advance in social science education and humanities research journal, one effect of gadget usage is forgetting social life. As a result, they are lack in the interaction and communication because they become introvert and independent. This situation can change their behavior and they will self-withdraw from social life and can reduce the level of creativity. When children busy with gadgets, they will forget with surrounding world because they feel comfortable to being alone by playing gadget. So they withdraw themselves from their environments.
Okay, we have heard from all the panelists. Some of them believe that exposed gadget to the children will give them more benefit, and some of them say it will harmful to our children. We respect and accept both opinions. In a nutshell, gadgets have advantages and disadvantages by its own. This is how we as parents teach them or show to the children how to use the gadget with a good start and proper manage. It will benefit in future. If not, it will be a problem. Thank you once again to all the panelists for interesting talk. And I think one should really give a deep thinking about choosing to let the children exposed to the gadget or not. So, how about you guys in this forum? Which one you would like to choose?